Oh yeah, Black Sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. As we wait on Nature Mom, I'm gonna go through a couple of things today. I wanna um do a little uh update on the situation down in Mexico. So the border, as y'all know, the Title 42 has been lifted. People in Chicago are highly upset. And my question to y'all would be, Chicago, didn't y'all vote for Mr. Biden there? Didn't y'all vote for Mr. Biden? So, or did y'all just like vote and just, or did y'all not vote? What's going on in Chicago? Blue state, blue dog Democrat state there. So hey, we got Nature Mom in the hizzo. Add to the stream. Hey, what's going on, Nature Mom? What's going on? I'm a little early, but I just wanted to get a take on the whole integracione de dones. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that real quick, but yeah. So as we wait on Nature Mom, we're gonna wait on her to get settled. I am a little early because I wanted to comment on this thing before we get started on the show. So yeah, people in Chicago upset. They having rallies. They booing. Represent. They having a fit about all these migrants. Being flooded into the city, and yeah, look like y'all might have to go vote for Trump this year. So Trump can finish his wall. So he can finish his wall there, because yeah, you don't finish that wall. That Title 42 is going to take a minute for Trump to get that back. If y'all elect Trump, I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting for Trump because I like them Trump gas prices. Trump gas prices. I love those Trump gas prices. So for those of y'all who live in the Democratic cities who don't like all these migrants coming in, y'all might want to register as a Republican and vote for that MAGA. Vote for that Republican by the name of Donald Trump. Donald J. Trump, y'all might want to vote for him because, yeah, the migrant problem, it's not going away no time soon there. It's not going away no time soon. Look like Nature Mom's trying to get established there. So, yeah. But we're not officially started yet, so it's all good. But yeah, while she's setting up. Yeah, so yeah, again, people, Chicago, um, they're having issues with all the migrants coming in. And so my thing is there's more to come. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, Biden did say he was going to open up the borders. He was going to goddamn open up the borders, like just let people on through. Think about that. Think about that during the election. Think about that when you're trying to decide who to vote for, Donald Trump or Joe Biden. Remember, Biden is the one who ended the Title 42. Trump is the one who wanted to build the wall. So y'all do keep that in mind. Keep that in mind there. Because, yeah, there's more people to come to get to a city near you. I'm in Atlanta, so yeah, it's going to affect a lot of things: food stamps, housing. It's going to affect your grocery bills. It's going to affect a lot of stuff, people. A lot of stuff, and they say, I've heard people in here saying, "Oh, voting doesn't work." It does. It does. Vote. But it's just y'all not voting for the right person. Y'all not voting for the right party. Y'all not voting. Y'all get out there and vote. Y'all get out there and vote 2024. Trump 2024. I endorse Trump 100%. And y'all, yeah, I'm trying to keep y'all up at the breast. Yeah, they're having migration problems and it's not going to stop. This is just the beginning. This is just for starters. This is just like y'all haven't seen nothing yet. You guys haven't seen nothing yet. So y'all make sure y'all vote. Make sure you guys vote in that election and make sure that y'all get Donald Trump on that ballot. Make sure, because yeah, if we're not, it's gonna get worse. And you guys haven't seen nothing yet. A lot of y'all are not used to large amounts of migrants in your city. Like I said, I grew up in California, so I know what it's like. Um, but I think MD, we did a show the other day on the migration, and I will say this. Um, when it comes to the issues of people migrating from Mexico, I do understand their plight. I do understand their situation. Now, it's easy for us here in America, us kicking back and on our computers, on our PlayStations, watching our Netflix, and kick back and try to dictate other people's hardships. Think about that. When I say other people's hardships, meaning, okay, well, you got some countries that are war torn and you got some countries that are cartel torn. Now, when you're living here in America, it's easy for you to say, well, the problem with cartels is not as bad as problem with cartels. Well, to the people who living in that country, they don't give a damn about what's going on in another world country. In Mexico, they're concerned about the cartels and how their kids might end up in that cartel and how it affects them. So they're ready to move to a better state, move to a better place, and therefore they migrate over here to the United States of America. And so I understand this, you know, because I come from a city that has had this migration problem that you guys are about to have. We've been having since 1980s. And so, yeah, like I said, California, you're required to speak Spanish in many places. No, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You better speak Spanish. You better speak Spanish. And most of the places you go to uh, predominantly are Spanish speaking. That's California. And so, yeah, you best believe they get over to your city, Chicago, Atlanta, New York. I don't know. Just roll the dice. You're going to, enough people get there, they're going to start making it a mandatory requirement that you speak Espanol, and even in order to even work at McDonald's job. Think about that. So, oh man, but me personally, I don't. Me personally, I have no problems with the Hispanics. I have no problems with the Hispanic community, but a lot of y'all are not used to a large Hispanic population. A lot of y'all are used to, especially black people, y'all used to being, okay, it's us and white folks, and that's all you're used to. You're not used to us, white folks, then in the Chinaman, then the different multitudes of Hispanic nations, Honduras, Venezuela, Nicaragua. Y'all not used to that. And y'all might just be used to Mexicans, but y'all not used to the Central Americans and the South Americans, Peruvians, did I say Venezuelans, Colombians? Yeah, y'all not used to that. Oh, and them Colombians, man. Some of them are nasty. Some of them are nasty. When I mean nasty, I mean nasty attitude, meaning y'all find out when they get to your city. And so, yeah, I definitely want to. Oh, let me. Dang, sitting up here doing the show. Happy Mother's Day, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. So yeah, I do want to give a shout out to the mothers. Let me go to Rumble real quick. Go to Rumble. Let me put this in the chat. I want to give a shout out to the people in Rumble. Shout out to people in YouTube, and shout out to the people and shout out to the people in Facebook. But definitely shout out to the people on Rumble. Rumble, I just sent y'all I just sent y'all a invite. Y'all are welcome to join the show at any time. And let's go to the Facebook. Let's see how it's looking on the Facebook. Grashenko. Is Luke Grashenko dead? Okay. Oh, and how did y'all like that town hall meeting with Trump, man? I loved it. I loved it. CNN loved it. They act like they didn't love it. They loved it. They loved the ratings. So y'all know how that goes. I absolutely love the question where Trump was like, when she was like, well, you need to pick a side. Um, 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 Russia or Ukraine, and Trump said, no, it ain't about winning or losing, man. We need to end this because lives are being lost. That was, oh man, that was a marvelous man on Trump. That was magnifico, magnificent answer, man. So shout out, shout outs, Desperado. Okay. Okay, so yeah, shout out to hold on, y'all. I'm checking one more thing. Okay. Okay, yeah, we got everything set up. Let's see. Apparently people on Facebook can't join us. Let me see if I can. I don't know if they can join us or not. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, if y'all heard an echo, that was me. I was just checking on it. Okay, so yeah, Nature Mom is setting up still. So yeah, man, I want to definitely give a shout out to all the mothers. Mother's Day, shout out, shout out. Yep, I did mine early yesterday because I didn't want to be entrenched in the crowds, the Mother's Day crowd. So what I like to do is celebrate a day early. So I went yesterday. We went to some Indian restaurant. I'm not one for experimentations. Let me just say this real quick. For those of y'all that like Indian food, now I like food from Bombay, okay, Bombay, but there's different regions of India, and because there's different regions of India, they cook different styles of food. It's all Indian food, but it's all different styles. I don't like every other style. Like I like Bombay style because they got the rice, they got the with the chana sag, they got the spinach, the chickpea. I like that kind of stuff. Their fried stuff and their puree, which is two different other regions. There's a region that do puree. There's a region that do the fried. That's a no go for me. Mm-mm. I don't like to experiment, but yeah. Uh, all I can say is just um, I know what type of Indian food I like, and it's like I said, it's not the puree and it's not definitely not the fried stuff. So again, I think it's southern. See, let me give y'all a little brief history. India was occupied by the Persians, and so I want to say Bombay. A lot of them, the food changed, and I guess you would say it's more. Oh, it's kind of Persian influence, which I do like Iraqi. I do like Persian food, but even with Iraqi and Iranian, they have different types of food. So again, they're very vegan friendly. So that's what I like about them. So yeah, let me just say this, yo. Let me just say this. Let me say this. Yeah, I got a new chair, y'all. It's kind of low, kind of low rider. So if I look a little short, this is yeah. For a guy 6'2", it looks kind of weird on camera for me. See, if I sit back too bad, y'all may not be able to hear me. So I gotta, I don't know. Let's see if I could damn do the microphone. If I had like a little stand, if I had a little stand, yeah, I need a little stand. Okay, so I gotta sit up. Ah. So yeah, waiting for Nature Mom to get here. She's having technical difficulties. So let me say this, yo. Let me say this. I was talking about the food, right? Mother's Day. Yeah, I like to go a day early to beat the crowd, and so actually there was like a little crowd, so people are actually trying to celebrate it a day early. So it was kind of I wouldn't say, but I can imagine if it was kind of crowded yesterday, it's really going to be crowded today, and so yeah, that's how it is here in Atlanta. Mother's Day, you gotta you gotta kind of get it in before um, the actual Mother's Day. So the smart thing that I advise y'all to do is on Mother's Day, do this for next year because I'm telling y'all right now on Mother's Day, so it's a little bit too late, but celebrate it a day before. Celebrate it the day before. And that way the crowd is not as bad. That's all I can tell you. Because if you do it on the day of, then this it's like, oof, you're gonna be waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're gonna be hungry, stomach gonna be growling, you're gonna be mad, everybody gonna be in a bad mood. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what we got here. Nature Mom is still having trouble. Nature Mom is still having trouble. Let's see if she okay, y'all. 'Cause
I don't even know if you can hear me. Can you hear
yeah, I can
me?
hear you. Yep, I can hear you. Yep.
Okay.
So we got
All
an
right.
audio. So we good on the audio so far.
We just can't get an image,
Can't
because
get an
that one.
image. You got your thumbnail, but you got definitely got an audio. So the audio
Yeah.
is good. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to go with the thumbnail tonight.
Okay, that's
Wait.
fine.
We're still working on it for a second.
Okay,
Let's
no
just
problem.
let's what might come up.
What's different than last week? Like this week to last week, what's different? Like what y'all
Um,
rearrange
I
some
mean,
stuff?
yeah, and the cameras are moving in and out of the studio because it's not.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not
Okay.
just for us, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay.
We're lucky to have them on loan.
Oh, they're alone.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, from the Bullet Time Studio, Time Text.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So then you don't own them. Okay. I,
yeah, but it's not going there. But let's see if I turn it back on the cam.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Yep.
You can see me.
yep, I can see you. Yep.
Okay. Do you see a lot of displays and stuff as well?
Yeah, I see the display. Okay, now no
Okay.
card and an on.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. We don't know how to get this off for some reason. It's
Okay,
just not going off today.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Can we stand it or should I just go back to the thumbnail?
It's up to you. I mean, I'm
Is it distracting? Is anybody
not for me,
mentioning?
but you know, I
No?
mean, not for me, not for me.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with it. Thank you. Thank you, Noki. Yeah. Um, okay. So unfortunately, yeah, we just can't figure out what's making it go off like that today.
Okay, no problem, no
So,
problem.
but
Yeah,
as long as we got it back on because it wasn't going on for a minute.
right, right.
So
But
yeah,
just
I heard you
uh,
talking a bit. I heard you.
yeah, yeah, just keeping the audience kind of, a little entertained here. So I was
Yeah.
just freestyling.
Well,
Yeah.
well, the first thing I like to say is Happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, your moms.
Mm-hmm.
This is nice to give some homage to the ladies out there, biological or not, who stepped up and
Right.
helping to push our humanity forward the best way they can. So we appreciate all of you, all of us, and Happy Mother's Day.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I heard that you celebrated yesterday, so I hope you
Yeah,
guys had a good time.
Yeah, here in Atlanta, you got to celebrate. If you on whatever you celebrate, I don't care what it is, celebrate a day early. Don't do it the day of because, especially if
There
you're
we go.
trying to eat, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, you know me, I don't eat out, so
Oh, okay. Well, then, okay. Well, that's just for the people who want to eat out. That's just
yeah,
a one for them. I mean, whatever else you do, as long as it don't involve eating, you're good. But if it
you're good to
involves
go.
eating,
Yeah,
you better
yeah.
forget about it. You better don't do
So,
it.
so I
Don't
have to
do
say that that is a great segue into our conversation. I
it.
know
Right.
we were finishing up some important details about nutrition.
Yes.
And yeah, we dug deep the last couple of weeks, and
Right.
I just hope that people are really getting a sense of like what we're trying to say here, and industry. And I think that so many times, especially when we're talking about Mother's Day, when I saw my mother today and how beautiful she looks, and just how youthful she looks.
Right.
um, One of the things that I keep thinking about is if it wasn't for the nutritional,
Good point.
affect, there's no way she would be, at this age looking that good. And, it's working inside and out. Yeah, she's probably going to go out for her Mother's Day meal, with the family back in the East Coast. But she's someone who really like cooked at home for us. She did everything she could to make sure that those meals were coming straight out of the kitchen. So, Mom, I thank you for that. And
Right.
if it wasn't for you, there's many things in my life I would not have been able to overcome, and especially health wise. And I definitely wouldn't be where I am today, pushing myself to educate myself more and more and learn about true nutrition, not just trends and hype and information
Right.
that they put it in front of us,
Absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
what really works, and experimenting with it, and you know proving my theories through scientific experiments, and really seeing if it works for me, not just some, no offense, but some what do they call them, influencer telling
Right.
me how
Right.
to do it,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
thank you, Mom. We love you. You've done a wonderful job. You look beautiful. And so, yeah, let's dig right in, because we don't have a lot of time today, because the family, we're having a pajama Mother's Day celebration,
Okay. No
all
problem.
orchestrated by my children. So
All right.
we've
Cool.
been
Cool.
enjoying, yeah, this themed Mother's Day.
Okay.
So they were gracious, and they're like, "We know you got to go do your show with Blackson, so we give you an hour."
Whatever. Okay. Cool. Tell them thank you. Tell them thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
thank
Yeah.
you, thank you.
Yeah. I
So
was actually I was contemplating canceling because I knew it was Mother's Day, but when you
yeah,
had said like, oh 12, I said okay, all right, and I was like ran with it.
kids asked to, but I was like, oh, we could do an hour, especially about something I think touches the heart of every mother, even if she's not completely aware.
Right.
Yet, every mother wants their child. Every true mother wants their child to be in their best health, and to be as successful as they can from the inside and out.
Right.
So,
Right.
thanks, Noakes. And so yeah, it's I think that is just perfect theme, to like close out with today. And so one place I really wanted to talk about was conversations with my children this week.
Okay.
uh, Really important to share, because especially when you're traveling, or living in places other than the cultures that you're from, the thing that you really start to discover is how deeply rooted our cultural beliefs are, especially when it comes to our nutrition. And the thing about it is that whether I'm back home or I'm traveling around, from country to country, the thing that's been quite um, fascinating is the amount of misinformation that keeps getting passed forward, and how in the corporate world there's this intention, which we touched on last week. There's an intention
Right.
of this information being confusing and not very clear. And I tell you what, I mean, we all, especially if you're from the like late 80s, 90s, 2000s, lots of information has been put out there already about, like, ingredients in fast food, how fast food has really turned our, even what we can get in a grocery store, because they dominate the industry.
Right. Right.
And
Marketing.
something
Yeah.
that the marketing, them being number one customer. We think that we're number one customer when we go to a grocery store. We're not. Corporations are number one customers, And the type of food you're able to buy in your grocery stores is based on their influence.
And not only
This
that, I didn't know they could bury another competing company. Like me, I like to eat these kale chips. And I was like, damn, where are they? And I'm thinking that they're out of stock or out of print or no longer. They were way on the bottom. And I just happened to, I don't know what I did. I don't know if I dropped something, but I think I dropped my phone and I looked and I'm like, oh, I've been looking for these forever, but they can buy the slots and
they
shelves.
buy shelf space.
They buy
Exactly.
shelf space and it's
Yeah. And
strategic.
people are, yes,
So,
yes. Location, you
wow,
forgot I worked in the grocery industry for, quite a number of years.
I
Yeah,
didn't
this is
forget that.
all
Yeah,
it's strategy.
it is. It
And
is.
and
Yeah, the
when
shelf space is a lot. It means a lot. Like
oh
fronting and
yeah,
shelving,
oh
it
yeah,
plays a big
your
part.
location in the store
Yeah,
is the best brands make sure they get the best locations in the
right,
store. So we're
right.
not just talking about the displays that you're running into as you're trying to walk in the door. We're talking about, where your food is sitting, on what level it's sitting,
Uh oh.
what position, you're able to see this food. It's all, psychologically and consumer based. This is deep marketing, strategy. And
Yeah,
it's been going on. And the thing is, we're not educated into that anymore. There was a time, I took corporate psychology in high school. We're not even talking about the college, psychology that I've taken. In high school, we had one of our terms of studying psychology was corporate psychology, and so they really went deep
wow.
into
Okay,
teaching us about how marketing is affecting our consumer choices.
right,
Just name one school that's doing that today. you know
right,
Name one. I can't even think of a place where parents are even pushing or demanding.
right,
These are
right.
things I do choose to teach my children. I asked one of my kids asked me. She misunderstood me and she thought that I said something about McDonald's. And it's just amazing how very few times we've eaten at McDonald's in her lifetime, and yet
Right.
there's addiction there.
Oh,
And
so she heard what she wanted to hear.
she heard what she wanted to hear.
She's like McDonald's. You're like
Indeed,
right.
McDonald's.
You're
I
like
said,
pickled cucumber. She's like McDonald's.
lady standing
Wow.
across the street, McDonald's. Yes, yeah, no, she heard what she wanted to hear. And it's so interesting, how that works in the
Wow.
psyche. Ooh, sorry,
Yes.
my abaya here is falling all up. But yeah, it's amazing how that works in the psyche because, this is not a food. You would think that, our bodies become very accustomed very quickly.
Okay.
And so you would think that if this is something we're doing on a regular basis, uh oh, something. You see that too? You
Yeah, I
say you
see it
back.
too. Yeah, I think yeah, camera went dead.
Oh
Might have,
dang!
just might have to
It's
thumbnail it, neat.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry guys. Today
Oh,
will be a
yeah.
thumbnail day. Um, I think it would just be much easier for us. Uh, okay.
There
We'll
you
just
go.
go
Okay,
there.
yeah, there you go.
So yeah, and there's a lot of data out there that lets us know, our habits create these, addictions or these like, these neurological cues, right?
Right,
So, we know that if we're eating at a certain time every day, our body tends to get hungry, and
right,
particularly for certain types of food at that time of the day. And we know that if we're giving into our cravings or, those foods, those addictive foods, then our body tends to like crave for them in cycles. But what is it when children are absolutely addicted to these to these foods, to these tastes, to this experience, and you don't even visit them regularly? Like I can't even tell you the last time we've been to a McDonald's.
right. Are there
And
McDonald's in Qatar?
oh my gosh, McDonald's is everywhere. There is no place where there's no McDonald's.
Okay, got you. All right, all right.
McDonald's is the new world order. Don't sue me. So, but yeah, come on. They are absolutely everywhere.
Are they in
Uh,
Mongolia?
Um,
If
you
they're in
know,
Mongolia, then they're
yeah,
everywhere.
then they're truly, I mean, they're in Russia in
Oh, I know they're in
northern.
Russia. Yeah, and they were in
So
China.
Mongolia is very close. You
Right,
know, let me look that up because I'll tell you in about 2 seconds.
right, right,
Um, but I really, because we know that as a corporation, I mean, for those who have found themselves interested enough to research it, McDonald's started off about dominating the food industry, but then
right.
very quickly, in the late 70s, 80s, and onward,
That's
it
right.
became a real estate game. So
Yes, it did.
uh, oh, what just
Yes,
happened where
it
I
did.
can't? So let's just say McDonald's in Mongolia.
Mongolia.
Uh-oh.
Drum roll. Yep. If they're in
Yeah,
Mongolia, then it's a wrap.
come
Oh gosh.
on,
McDonald's.
right up. Ah, that is so interesting. So guess what?
What's up?
According to The Guardian,
Uh-huh.
which it's not the most credible source, but you can at least find interesting articles. It states that Mongolia has no McDonald's restaurant whatsoever.
Wow. Okay, there
Yeah,
we go. Yeah.
yeah. There
Yeah.
there are several possible reasons. It says Big Macs don't contain nearly enough grease and are too tender for Mongolian taste.
Huh?
The Yeah, yeah, that's what it says here. I
Too
mean, this is
tender. What do
one
you mean?
that
Like too well cooked? So what the hell?
I mean, they say tender. I'm thinking of like too delicate, right? Because they say the mutton, goat, yak, and camel burgers have yet to be invented, and Mongolian meat simply tastes too good. So, I mean, I think that that's something really, really interesting to bring up here because Mongolia is one of those cultures that still has very, not, of course, every Mongolian in every part of Mongolia, but it keeps a lot of its original roots. They're really trying to hold on to this
Yeah,
culture.
that's why it came up. That's why
Yeah,
Mongolia
yeah.
actually came up when you said that. I said Mongolia, yeah, because
Well,
there's
I love that
still,
you brought that up because
yeah,
I
yeah.
was trying to figure out a way how I was going to bring that topic into our conversation today. Because I'm going to tell you guys what I just wrote, a several page essay about early human civilization, storing of energy, and how this energy was a useful form of preserving body fat for survival, especially because we went through times of feast and famine, right?
Right.
And in this modern day, we still have these genetic, like let's say these genetic cues that are still with us. Our body still uses the same mechanisms of storing fat, yet we have not evolved genetically uh, greatly from the time of farmer hunter gatherer, because we are still very quickly storing fat, and the worst part is we've added these high fat, high, and let's not even just say high fat, but let's say these very heavy content diets to our modern way of life. Yet industry have figured out a way to hand us food right around the corner. We don't have to exert energy to get this food like we
Right.
did once ago. Like Mongolians, they're still riding on horseback,
I was just
across
gonna say that. Yeah,
great
the horseback. Yep.
distances.
Hmm.
Can you imagine how much energy they're spending a day? And Mongolians aren't, let's say like wafy people, but what they're eating is so substantial, and the efficiency of their body reserves that fat that they are getting from their diet, but in the best ways. So let me give you an example of what I mean when I say this, guys. So I'll even read to you just a little paragraph of my paper from this past week. In 1962, a biologist, James Neal, he discovered that these Pima Indians, so we have these Pima Indians of, they have a reservation in Arizona, and they have a they still live very similar to their original lifestyle across the border in Mexico.
Okay.
And what has happened with these Pima Indians is that after World War II, their diet that was mostly, let's say, like majority carbohydrates,
All right. Yeah.
some proteins, because they were like what, like I said, they were hunter gatherer farmers. So you're not getting a lot
When you
of protein.
say protein, you're saying meats is what you're saying. 'Cause
Not necessarily. The bulk of their diet actually consisted of majority corn,
corn.
beans, and greens.
Okay. Which
So they
beans?
were
Yeah.
getting,
Which beans I do it on state have a lot of protein, more than
yeah,
your actual meats.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
Listen.
I mean, let's just think about these, these desertous areas between Arizona and the northern parts of Mexico. It's not green lush land where we have a lot of bison hanging out, for example. There's not a lot of meat available for just like open hunting. And so this group of people, they've always gone through times of like great harvesting, where things, because they do grow well in these regions.
Right.
But there were also times of great famine. And what this guy, Dr. Neal, discovered was that they carried something that's called the thrifty gene. And this
Uh-huh.
thrifty gene basically, it is a survival, a genetic survival
Right.
mechanism.
Right.
And it allows these Indians to store fat and to stave off this feeling of hunger, waiting for the next opportunity to find food. And it helped them through long periods of trying to, get crops going, of, maybe like,
Hello.
split. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Now I can hear you. Yeah. Yeah.
Or tribes having to split, very, minuscule amounts of protein, because, the data that I pulled up on them, their entire diet consisted of only 15% protein and about 10 to 15% fat. So that's
You
telling
know,
you.
the body only needs only a certain amount of protein. I don't have the numbers on it, but it doesn't take much protein.
I mean, let's just be clear. The body only needs a certain amount of whatever you're eating, because if you're eating, anything in excess, anything at all, it's going to be stored. So, that's what this gene was so great for this group of people. And let's just talk, let's just remind ourselves, the Aborigines in Australia, they have, I believe that they have the same genetic or something similar in their genetic coding, because when you see people who still live in the bush, they're quite slim.
Right.
But like you see the ones who live in the city, and they're usually
Right.
overweight and obese, and suffering from diabetes,
Blood pressure.
congenital heart failure, high blood pressure, hypertension, exactly. And they found this same thing with these Pima Indians. And you really tend to see the same thing with Mongolians, who migrate away from their custom lifestyles and move more into sedentary and highly processed food cultures. And they're starting to see the same types of trends. So I'll just like want to read this important part to you guys. Due to the diverse way of lifestyle between the Indians who went back to the Arizona reservations or went into the city for work after World War II, they found that this thrifty gene became quite problematic for the America Pima Indians, because, one, their food was nothing like their traditional way of life
Right.
before, let's say, customizing, to the American way of life, and yet the group that lived across the border in Mexico and was still living and still lives this very traditional way of life, they don't present the same um, health issues. They don't present the diabetes, the hypertension, and all of these things. Yet genetically, they've already shown that these groups are nearly identical. And this thrifty gene really seems to be the core of the issue between them. So what's interesting for me is, it really, as I'm doing this research and I'm pulling all this data together, it really made me think about another group that I was studying about, and these are German women who were
Uh-huh.
giving birth before World War II. So this is the most famished time of World War II,
Right.
and pre World War II, sorry. And the time, of course, during the war, where there was also, scarcity. And they found that pregnant women who went through periods of starvation um, had a very high propensity to have children who would grow up and become overweight or obese and
Right.
acquire type 2 diabetes, versus the women from the same region who gave birth to children after World War II, when food was more readily available. So,
Right. Right.
both of these pieces of data really rang, so true in my head, because it made me think, okay, first of all, genetically, we are still set up as human beings to survive periods of scarcity. And as well, our genetics are very easily passed on, not only like our physical pathways, but our psychological pathways are
Right.
also passed on to our children, depending on what we experience during the gestation period, the gestation, right?
Right.
So what that means is that, when we are now living this very, and let me just buffer this before I make this statement. I'm seeing it all over the world. People are becoming much more sedentary everywhere, and they don't, travel any distances. A couple of clicks on your phone and your food is delivered right to your door.
Right.
And what we're finding is that the rate of obesity is so high right now, and the amount of cases, with type 2 diabetes and all of the health risks that we have mentioned before, are so high that the American Psychological Association is reviewing whether or not this should be considered a depressive disorder in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
So we're not saying that they are agreeing that it is this, because I think that the medical field and scientific research is showing that this is definitely an issue of environment, of belief systems, of actions, and lack thereof actions, to counteract, becoming overweight, which usually leads to obesity, if not, taken very seriously, and then, starting to realize that the health risks are being passed on genetically from generation to generation.
Right.
So it really made me ask the question then, okay, so how many people have I spoken to, or, I try to, like, work with in somewhere or another, and they tell me, well, my weight is definitely based on genetics. How much of that statement is true? And the thing that science is really starting to reveal is that, yes, there are genetic factors that are being passed forward, and it's usually from over nutrienting ourselves, and then
Over
passing,
nutrient. All right.
and then passing these behaviors on, to our children, whether while during pregnancy and of course after pregnancy, reinforcing these behaviors, and not realizing the long-term risks that are being pushed forward into our future generations. It's really I mean, I don't even I'm stumbling over my words because it was almost daunting to find out, through these studies, how it is a genetic factor, but not one that we don't have control over. That it is like highly behavioral based.
Well,
I'll
then
give you.
how
Go
do
ahead.
okay? Because I know I've read something. I read a book on uh, body types, and then I read a book on blood types, both
Yeah.
in regards to diet.
Hmm.
And um, because, like you mentioned earlier, you got corporations that market, the Western world, and you got other people. I guess they don't have availability to certain, excuse me, certain, I guess, I would say certain meats or certain certain plants, excuse me, certain plants. So I guess
Okay.
my question would be, how would you, because you're talking about, this being passed down. So I can imagine somebody living like here in Atlanta, maybe living in the projects, they go to
Mhm.
the local Piggly Wiggly, all they got is ribs and
Yeah.
pizza and, cereal and I don't know, ramen noodles, just
Right.
cheap stuff. So like,
I mean,
I mean, I guess
I
it goes, oh, go ahead.
I love what you're saying, because it's the first question, and what we have mentioned about, how is our genetics truly affected? Yes, environment is one of the factors,
Absolutely.
but
Yeah. Yeah.
let's say, for example, and this is something I'm always fighting for within my household, especially when someone else is cooking in my kitchen. Um, Stop killing my food. Don't overcook the vegetables. Do you know, when I'm cooking vegetables, one, I get much more flavor out of them because I cook them less than 1 minute. And a
Right.
lot of people don't believe that is going to get the maximum amount of flavor from the food. But not only
It
does it get
sounds
the
like they're applying their cooking techniques for meat, applying it to the vegetable. Because I can understand you cooking meat to a certain, because if you don't cook meat, you take the risk of like bacteria or E.
and the
coli
same
or,
same with fruits and vegetables. You have the risk of E. coli, salmonella, different
but where
bacteria.
does salmonella and all that come from? It comes from meat contamination, Nature Man.
Actually, mostly it comes from it
It
within the
comes
house
from
environment.
fecal matter. It comes from fecal
Fecal
matter
matter.
from the
Exactly.
cow. Don't
When
start.
when people aren't washing their hands,
Uh-huh.
and they're moving, they're touching money, they're moving from place to place, and they're really not thinking about, that hygiene
Hmm.
practice.
Hmm.
It's all over every surface. When you see these people going in with the ultraviolet and just kind of looking at the amount of bacteria that is on every surface that you're interacting with, there's a lot of E. coli already there. There's a lot of salmonella. I think that the difference is when you have a healthy immune system, you have much higher ability to have your cells go in and to combat, and your white blood cells, your leukocytes, to go in and combat that E. coli and win. When you have a poor diet, when you have poor hygiene practices, your immune system is already highly taxed. And so, more than likely, you are going to contract some type of disease from being in interaction with it because you are already highly compromised.
Right.
So I think that that's something that people really have to consider. our practices, our washing habits, even washing off the food, washing your vegetables. I when I get vegetables from the store, and I soak them in vinegar and lemon water for an hour before I even wash them off to start preparing them. Because vinegar is, has a high ability of being, antibacterial, antifungal. It's very helpful in cleaning off those things that, don't forget, there's lots of workers out there who are, don't have great hygiene practices, and they're handling your food long before it gets to you. And a lot of people are just like grabbing that stuff and sticking it in their mouth without properly washing it. So yeah, you have the same type of workers in these meat ranches. Look how dirty. If you've seen some footage from some of those meat ranches in the United States, they're quite filthy.
Right.
Um, and so just imagine, your table food is coming right out of those environments where people are highly underpaid, very poorly treated. Do you think they're going to care about, what your children are going to contract? They don't care how they're handling that food. So, our hygiene is another factor that we have to consider when we're dealing with E. coli and salmonella,
Right.
particularly, and other bacteria, surface bacteria, and pathogens. But when we come back to the food itself, yeah, I think that, like, one of the biggest misnomers in proper cooking is the way to cook the food. How many kids say that they hate vegetables? How many of you guys out there hate vegetables? And probably
Where
because
does that
you
come
hang.
from? Is that a marketing
I
ploy?
mean, no, I think that, when I look at the way a lot of people are cooking vegetables, they're putting a pile of mush on your overcooked mush on your plate. It's disgusting. And many times I'm asking people, even me, as much as 70% of my diet are fruits and vegetables. It's the thing I go for first. But when
Right.
I'm eating at someone else's house, it's probably what I'm going to pass on because they are not properly cooking it. And like I said, even when I'm sauteing onions and garlic, when I'm making, the basis for my meals, I'm only cooking those foods for
It's
less
funny because
than.
the way I operate, I don't eat everybody's meat. Like if I go to a different
I
country,
understand
I'll eat
that.
their vegetables before I eat their meat. I don't eat nobody's meat. Even before I became vegan, a lot of times people would get sick going to like Africa or going to the Middle East eating some meat dish, and
But
so.
not just me, because remember, our sister got sick eating a salad. She got
Mhm,
parasites directly from the salad
mhm,
because of the water that they were, hosing the salad parts with. So
yeah,
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 I mean, you take a risk. I say you take a risk whenever you're not cooking in your own kitchen.
right. And speaking of that, I want to give a shout out. Oh, hey, you mind we get E Bizzle on real quick because his city
Oh,
has been affected by the migration, and yeah, E man, I know
Hey, how y'all doing?
I'm doing
we
good,
doing
E
that.
man. Yo, tell her what's going on in Chicago, man. I heard the migrants are taking over.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but I would first off want to say thank you all because you all have been doing a great job as far as bringing information out. But um, where where are you all at as far as migration and Mexicans and different people from different communities? Where are you all at with that?
Nation, you want
Oh.
to go first? Because I got a lot to say.
Um,
A
I
lot to
think
say.
I'm gonna have to bow out of this conversation because I migrate a lot. So I would say I am one. I'm moving around quite a bit and looking for best opportunities for me and my family. So I am one.
Okay.
As the prayer goes off in the background.
Okay, so Okay, yeah,
Where you
E.
at, Blackson?
Oh, E, we need you on the Tuesday show. So this is my take. Okay, so I don't know if you heard the last show me and MD did, but I feel like this, man. The people who voted for Biden, they're now, they I guess they have such a hatred for Trump. They didn't realize when Biden said, I don't know why they didn't pay attention. He said he's going to open up those borders. This is what Biden said. And every Democratic city, including Chicago, was like, oh, yeah, we'll take him in. No, forget about the racist Trump. Oh, my gosh, build a wall. Now they're talking like these are Democrats now. And I've seen a town hall up there in Chicago, E, where they're talking about, yo, man,
Okay.
build a wall. There's too many migrants. The crime's going up. Like, yo. So all I can tell those people in Chicago and all the blue states, vote for Trump. I don't know how more plain to put it. Vote for Trump. That's it. I got more to say, E, about it, but I don't know how your schedule is, but man,
I
we need.
would I wouldn't necessarily say that in particular, but what's your viewpoint on that?
You mean
On
on the
vote for Trump? I'm kind of puzzled by that. Why would you say that?
well, because number one, because of the gas subsidies. I don't know how it is up there in Chicago, down here in Atlanta. When Trump was in office the whole time, gas was 2.12. Now in some other countries, they said part of the nation, they said it was lower. Down here in Georgia, it was 2.12. I ain't seen them kind of prices in a long time. I'm a truck driver, E. So yeah, I'm saying vote for Trump on that. Number two, again, the migration issues coming up. Trump put out Title 42, not Biden, and that thing ended. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they made it up there yet in Chicago, but they're coming. So just on those two reasons, I would say vote for him. We're only going to have two. We're going to have Biden. We're going to have Trump, man. Forget about DeSantis. Forget about Kennedy. They're not going to make it. Just being realistic. I mean, Kennedy, he's climbing up there, but I think the Democrats are going to they're going to make it to where it's going to be Biden against Trump. So that's where I stand on that.
Yeah,
And and
I would like to get Nature Mom's opinion on that because I definitely I don't have the same opinion as far as you
Okay.
have, but what does Nature Mom think?
Oh, I mean, I, I I think that we are never given any real choice, because I think that every single candidate that we're handed is all a part of the same corrupt system. And, they take what's best for their party's interests in the end. And we're always left, holding the bag, paying the bank bills. And, no one seems to, um, let's say, be left with the shortest end of the stick, but the American citizens. No one has helped us to do what other countries are doing. They are handing their citizens as much educational opportunities as possible to make their citizens viable in the world, so that they can bring money back home to their country, and it's happening. So I think that it doesn't matter whether you're dealing with Mexican border issues, or highly qualified executives. You're gonna find in the future that the average American is gonna be underqualified, undereducated compared to all the other candidates that are gonna be coming in. And then when it comes to the lower paying jobs, you're gonna have people who are gonna take those lower paying jobs for cheaper, because the opportunities they can get in America will be much better than the opportunities that they can get in their country, and they'll do it for a third of what you would do it for. So I think Americans are in trouble every which way I look at it, and our country, keeps us blindsided with ridiculous conversations about, what pronouns we should call people, and why nothing is being done about these weekly shootings all over the country. So yeah, we're being bamboozled.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to really reach on as far as this situation that's going on in Chicago, and a lot of people they want to call it Chirac and this and that and other metropolises throughout New York City and L.A. and Philadelphia, but it's definitely bigger than what people are thinking about.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, look at all of the biggest, like, companies that are, bringing in the largest incomes. It's still the tech sector, even though they've taken a really hard hit in this recession. They won't call it recession and, post COVID-19 lockdowns. But most of the new CEOs of all of these companies are coming from overseas. They're not being inward homeward bred. So what are they going to do? They're going to bring in more of their people, and I think that we're not going to see this trend slow down.
okay.
Well, E, it's interesting that you mentioned now when you say like Chirac and the crime. I'm assuming you're talking about black on black crime, correct?
Yes, exactly.
So imagine when the migrants come in there, because the issue of the violence hadn't even been dealt with. So imagine you got more people on top of that. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to imagine how it's going to be with, like I said, you got cities like LA, Chicago that already got gang violence, and then you got more migrants on top of that. I'm just like, damn, I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, the one thing about it is that you're going to have to get it starts at home.
Okay.
It starts at home. So the one thing that I dealt with my family, with my kids, you start at home. So if anybody else has a problem with that, or I don't think it should start at home, or a religious concept. I want to ask you guys, what do you think about that as far as being a religious aspect or just raising your kids? Now, where do we as a people, take responsibility for our home life?
I mean, I take responsibility for my home life every day. I'm educating my kids. I'm the one who's, teaching them, human value, and making them take responsibility for their actions. Uh, so I mean, I agree with you. Now, on the topic of religion, I'm not a religious person. So that's not really like an area I can touch on at all.
Yeah, I'm not. I used to be a religious person, but I've drifted away from that. But
Well,
yeah,
I think we've seen a lot of these mega churches make enough money to convert a whole city into a better place, and mostly they've only converted the waistlines. So uh, I'm out. I don't need to fund their lifestyle.
I know Blackson. I know he's laughing about that right now.
I am. Yeah, that tickle. It did tickle me. I mean, well, and I'm gonna say this for because you know where I stand. E, I
Yeah.
think, I think, um, I think religion on a personal level is good.
Hmm.
I just think some people they get so fanatical with it, they take it beyond their personal improvements. If that makes any sense,
Makes a
like
lot
Yeah.
of sense.
some,
Absolutely.
some of the people that I look up to in history were very religious, like Malcolm X. He was a Muslim, and what I'm saying, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You know what I'm saying? These are
Yeah.
brothers
Absolutely.
yeah, that I looked up to, but you know, it's a point where it's personal, and it's a point where a lot of people like, shout out to ISUBK. I like them brothers on a personal level, but I mean, do I want to see America converting to this, Hebrew Israelite kingdom. Hell no.
But you know what? Why you bring that up? You know what I wanted to say is that what's the sister's name again? Damn, I forgot her name. The sister that's on here with us right now. What's her name?
Oh, Nature Mom, Nature Mom.
Yeah, Nation Mom. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Mhm.
Nation Mom.
That's
But
okay.
I will hear her talk about certain different viewpoints, and I'm like, she sounds like an atheist to me.
Oh,
Atheist in a
okay.
dang Islamic country.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to get her in no trouble, you know.
No, no, no. I mean, what I say is, I'm first and foremost, even in my, let's say, spiritual walk, a scientist, and so,
Okay.
I deal more with not arguing points of views that's going to waste my time. I like to work with theories that can actually, be experimented and proven and documented. And religion is just one of those things. It's like, let's mark my words, you guys. There's going to be a point of time where your gender outside of biology will be considered a religion because it's how you feel now. It's
Wow.
not, anything that is grounded in science outside of biology. And
Whoa,
when you
whoa, whoa,
talk,
whoa, whoa, whoa! But how
Mhm.
does that work in an Islamic country? How that's going to work? I don't see that working.
It's working exactly the same as it's working everywhere else. You're still dealing with the same issues. Look under some of those abayas. You might see a little extra, fin in the water. Yeah, so it's working exactly the same. Um, you know,
Oh
and
wow.
that's just what it is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. People are, I think, most foremost, really being undereducated about the ability to accept yourself, undereducated about the ability to cope, with the difficulties that you have to face with life. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you just because life has its difficulties. And we're really being pushed, through media and different social sources to believe that we are weaker than we truly are. And I think that it directly leads into, this doubting. I'm not sure if I'm this or I'm that. I'm not sure if I'm up or down. And I think that it's playing very deeply into that. I think that when we start to really address the weakening of human beings through nutrition, I think that, like, when you don't have a good nutritional base, how can your brain function properly? How can your emotions work? Your whole endocrine system is also relying on what you're putting in there. And if you're eating crap and you're drinking crap all the time and you're hanging out with crappy people and you're watching crappy television and then you're flipping through crappy Instagram and TikTok posts, it's hard not to feel crappy at this end of the day and not sure who you are and where you have a place on this planet.
Well,
So,
Nature Mom, I want to disagree with you because E will agree with me. Here in the U.S., I don't know how it is in Qatar.
okay.
Politicians are arguing over should men participate in women's like Olympics. That's what we be arguing over here in the U.S. I
I
mean,
mean,
politicians. I
well,
mean,
let's just break it
that's in
down.
Islamic countries too.
If anyone is just, I mean, in any country, if anyone takes a little bit of the budget and put it back into education and put anatomy back into high schools where it used to be, or in junior high school, remember, at one point, then we will learn that, like, our muscular skeletal system between a man and a woman is very different, right? So I'm just gonna talk. I don't care about people's feelings right now. If you are angry, sue me. But I'm only gonna talk about biology right now.
Right.
When you die and your bones are exhumed 1,000 years from now and they DNA test your bones, it will show either XX chromosomes or it will show XY chromosomes.
Right.
From that point, they will have an idea from where you were raised, what type of, like, let's say, generalized view of your nutrition, about your body stature. So if you are a man and a woman from the same region of the world and you're getting access to the same amount of, food opportunities, even if, she's eating more, she will still have lower bone density than a male. She will still have, just lower muscular density as a male. She may carry more body fat depending on how much she's over nutritioning herself. But at the end of the day, when you are competing against someone in a sport, you're going muscle strength against muscle strength.
Right.
There is nowhere in biology and physiology or anatomy where you're going to find that a woman can equally compete from the same region and given the same diet against a man. The man just has more muscular mass.
Even if you put that woman on steroids?
You can put the woman on steroids, but one, the steroids will probably interfere with her endocrine system, which will interfere with her bone density. And let's be honest, if the woman is on steroids, more than likely the man is on steroids too. Because once again, we're talking about people coming from the same area. We're comparing apples from the same apple region. And if they are being allowed to do that, I'm just throwing out the country just for the sake of saying something, but if someone from Georgia is competing in the Olympics and they're a female on steroids, more than likely all the men from Georgia are also being pushed the same steroids, because their aim is to win. So no, so is it fair? Or we will take away fair. Is it justifiable to have a man compete against a woman, especially in sports where your muscular pool is important? Swimming. Do I think that a man should be able to enter a swimming competition and take the gold over all the females? No, I think that if you are going to be fair, you're going to do your mathematics and you're going to eliminate some of the time based on the additional muscle mass that male that male structure is able to build versus a female structure. And then we can see, okay, so if I take this off mathematically because it's a male competing against females, we really say that they finished at the time that they did, so, or we give her extra points because she's competing against male structure that science has already blanketly put out there, proven, documented, well studied. And, so I think that, sorry to just ramble on, but my point is.
No. Make sure you're on a roll because I'm now that we having this conversation. Oh, go ahead.
So I'll just say this last point and then I got to run after this. But
okay, no problem.
When you put a male stature up against a female stature in a sport, then you have already chosen your winner. Unless the male is quite smaller in muscle density, quite smaller in bone density, and you've already calculated that and proved it.
But the chances are that male is not going to be smaller because of like you said, the environment, whether it be steroids, the workout, whatever it is, that male's going to have an advantage.
Metabolism, like more and more studies are showing, that the way that, women are metabolizing food versus how a man metabolizes it. Women, we tend to carry more body fat because we are preparing, or our bodies are at least biologically preparing themselves to hold another human being inside of our body. And that extra fat is useful for converting into energy. And a body structure does not have that mechanism. It doesn't need it. So only back to our conversation earlier today, if you're from a culture where you regularly face feast and famine in your genetic line, will you have this thrifty gene that makes you hold on to more fat, like the Aborigines in Australia, like the Pima Indians of North America, Mexico, like the Mongolians, and other, very traditional tribal people that we are still finding. They hold very close genetically to the
Mm-hmm.
original cultural behaviors and eating habits and activity levels of the past.
I think E had a question. E, you had a
Oh,
question?
sorry.
Oh no,
No,
no.
no, it's just you know what she gave me a lot of thoughts that I didn't even think about. To be honest with
Yeah, I think that there is a push to uneven the playing field. And, I have my theories about it. I don't have any hard evidence. But yeah, I do see that there's this unevening of the playing fields for political pushes and political reasons. And, when you look at some of the philosophies of the original sociologists of the past, they have a lot to say about politicians that's not positive, and I haven't seen that much has changed since then. So a politician is good for, you know being charismatic, and that's why they have their jobs. It doesn't mean that they're good at them.
All right. Well, shoot. There you have it. Shoot. Um. Yeah, I know you got to go, Nature Mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
waiting. But
Okay. No problem.
maybe
No
we
problem.
can continue this. I mean, this is a very interesting, politics is always
Right.
an interesting topic and quite subjective, but we can. Uh, I think if you'd like to finish this conversation, we can definitely schedule that.
Okay. Okay. Well, like, well, I guess back to the normal time next week, 11, or
Yeah,
because I know.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll
Okay.
be off the
Yeah.
holidays by then.
Yeah.
Oh,
That.
actually, I have another Mother's Day coming up in Poland because Poland does not follow the international.
Oh. Okay.
So I think
Oh.
theirs is on
Wow.
the 26th, but
Okay.
so that doesn't necessarily land on a Sunday like the international one. But
Got you.
other
Got you.
than that, yeah, no, I think we're back to conversation as usual.
Okay. Sounds good. So we'll set it up for 11. And man, E, we got some. Like I said, we want. What's your take on that title 42 coming to an end? E?
you. As far as what? As far as what?
I mean, as far as like, I guess people coming over here, in mass droves, and I guess looking for a better opportunity. Me and MD, we had some discussion about it. We didn't kind of agree on why they coming over here, but I mean, I was like, hey, they got cartels over there, and they don't want to raise their children around that type of activity. So, I mean, I
Well,
could.
well, I think that you and MD, you all are big time Trump supporters. So I mean, we gonna get that out the way right now. You heard me?
Right, right,
A
right.
little bit of
Hey,
salty.
Nature Mom, am I right or wrong?
I would have to agree. I'm hearing a lot of lean towards Trump.
Well, let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. In MD's defense, MD is not necessarily a Trump supporter. He's a radical Republican. Now, I'm the Trump supporter. I'm the MAGA all day. But MD's kind of, MD's a registered Democrat actually here in Georgia. So it
Uh,
is, so
Well,
he's
I would say this. I would say this, not to cut your wisdom, but
okay.
I would say this. Like I told one of my guys, well, we say, guys out here in the shot, but ain't no way you gonna sit up here and put your feet up on nobody's desk and think that you cool. So that's the first problem. So going forward is why do you think that's cool? For somebody to put their feet up on somebody's desk and say that I'm good with that.
You're referring to J6?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Well, I got a lot to say about that, E man. That situation right there, I feel like
But can you explain that though? How is
no,
that right?
I can't explain it. I can't
I
explain it.
gotta bow out,
Oh, okay,
unfortunately.
next mom. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No,
Okay.
it's such a joy, and
All
I
right.
wish I could wave goodbye to you guys as usual.
All right.
But thank you for the conversation. I look forward to more.
All right. Thank you, nature mom.
Okay, all right. You guys
Oh, all right, Nation Mom. All right, take it
take
easy.
care.
Easy.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, me and Blackson, we gonna talk about this.
Yeah, man. No, okay. So E, okay. So we talking about J6. Everybody that now, oh man, where do I start with this, man? God damn, E. I mean, you put me on the spot, bro. Okay, so
Yeah, because this shit is bogus, bro.
I mean, okay, but okay, well, what about them cops that them escorted him? They were like, yeah, come on down, yeah, come on in.
What
What
you
I mean,
mean?
come on.
The cops that escorted him? What?
Man, there's videotapes of the damn police letting them in. They like they taking down the barriers and they open up the doors and they like shit, come on in. I've seen videos. Come on now, E. I've seen videos of that. Huh?
Come on, bro. We got to stop this, bro.
You saying that didn't happen?
It didn't.
Oh, come on, E. Come on. E, are you mean to tell me you didn't
Now I
see
got to
the
give you some pushback on that, bro.
Okay.
Come on, bro. Blackson, come on, bro. Stop it,
You
bro.
saying no? Come on, E. You killing me, man. You saying there was no video of
Roasted.
them letting Buffalo Head up in? They just opened up the door. They let the barricade go, and they weren't. It wasn't no pushback. There was no pushback, is what I'm trying to tell you, E. If they would have had the pushback, the same pushback you would have gave me, they wouldn't have had no problems because they wouldn't have disrespected those police
man.
officers. Those police officers, yo, when they pull up a barrier, that's saying come on in.
Oh man.
Oh man, come on, E.
Oh.
Well, okay,
man.
let's get your take. So what you're saying is that the guards they were posted and the people just ran over the guards. Is that what you're saying, E?
You trying to tell me January 6th, they let them motherfuckers run up in there and put their feet up on the desk?
I'm saying some of them guards was like, fuck it. That's what I'm saying. Now, who told them to stand down? I don't know. Some of them guards was like, hey, they let them through.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
It only takes one guard. Well, no, I ain't gonna say one guard.
You sound like dude. What's dude name from Milwaukee?
You talking
What's
about
dude name?
Milwaukee? You ain't talking about Hannity, are you? Sean Hannity?
No. What's dude name with the goatee? What's dude name from up there in Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. I'm trying to remember who from Milwaukee. I'm not sure.
Anyway.
Huh?
Anyway.
Okay.
Bro, you saying that's cool for you to go put your feet up on a desk?
I'm not saying it's cool, E. No, I'm not saying that's cool. I'm saying they were misled to come in there and kick up and put the feet up on the desk. They apparently, I don't know what were going through their head. You would have never seen me doing it. So I can't say I would justify because I would have never did. I would have never even went past the lawn. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Even though me being a black man in America, if I would have saw, now I'm just saying what I saw. I saw them guards pull up the damn barriers. In my mind, as a black man, I would say that's a setup. But we dealing with white folks here, E. So I can't justify or condemn. I don't know what crazy white boys be thinking. I just know what I would be thinking. Me as a black man, I would say that's a setup. So no, I can't. So to answer your question, can I put myself in that position as a black man? No, hell no. But as a person in my comfort of my own home, looking at it, hindsight is different. You know what I'm saying? I can call shots and all that. And kick back in my chair and be like, oh, this is that, and this. But if I was actually there, no, I wouldn't have did a lot of those things them boys would. I wouldn't have ever even went past the lawn, bro. I would have never, because in my mind, I'm paranoid. I'm be like, anything go down, they gonna look straight at me. The police gonna come straight. They gonna pass all the white boys and come straight to me. That's just how I think.
Right.
So as a black man, I can't say that. But as a person, as a black man in the comfort of my own home in Atlanta, I can talk shit and say, okay, I can call different shots. But if I was actually there, which I wouldn't actually be there, but if I was actually there, I wouldn't have went past the lawn, bro. Because again, I've been like, it's a setup. I'm paranoid like that.
Right.
Being a black man in America, I'm just paranoid. Like
for me being in Chicago,
and
you being in Atlanta,
yeah,
you know goddamn well we ain't gonna run up in nobody motherfucking office.
I agree.
And put our feet up on no goddamn desk.
I'm not gonna even go past the damn front door, E. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just want you to admit that though. You ain't gonna do that.
I'm agreeing. Oh, E, I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm saying, I saw two sides of it. I'm looking at both perspectives. I look at it as I saw cameras and videos where they bum rushed the police, and I seen where the police was like, man, fuck it. So there was more than just one area. There were multiple areas, and in the multiple areas, it was multiple shit going on. All I'm saying is, as a black man, I wouldn't have went past, even if the guard said, fuck it, come on in, I would be like, nah, that's a setup. That's just me. That's just the way I grew up here. You know what I'm saying? I know you from Chicago. The way I grew up, I'm looking at that as a setup. That's just me being a black man.
Period, point blank.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a setup. So I think, to answer your question, I think they were set up.
Right.
I think they were set up, man. And now them dudes are doing time. I think they were set up, bro. So I stand on that. I think they were set up. Because that shit didn't look right. It didn't look, it just, either way, have you narrate that, it don't look right. And at the end of the day, both roads lead to it's a setup.
Right.
You know, and it's funny because we being African Americans, we being black men, people always look at, oh, you so paranoid, this and that. We got a reason to be. We should be. You know what I'm saying? And they should never refer to us as wearing tinfoil hats. You could say that to any other people, but black men in America, well, no, we don't. Yeah, there's even times we got.
You ain't gonna put your feet up on nobody's desk.
No, hell no. I'm not. I'm not. Again, I'm not going to even have that opportunity because I'm not going past I'm not even going past the lawn.
Right.
I'm not going past the lawn. No, I'm not doing it. Because I look at everything as a setup. I look at, and I might sound spiritual. And even the black women probably won't agree with me. I feel like everybody's out to get the black man. Not even the black woman, the black man. And I know the sisters going to hate me for that, but no, man, it's some avenues that even they can get by. Hell, watch Make Your Mom jump back on here. There's avenues that they can jump by that we can't. I think we are the most, we paranoid. We paranoid for a reason.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Not saying that black women don't go through a lot of, but I'm just saying that we become the target. You know what I'm saying? We're the most targeted, out of the damn Hispanics, out of the damn anybody. The Arabs, we are the most targeted for whatever reason. Uh-oh. See, I knew somebody was going to pop in. What up, Erica? I have to get the black man.
What they say? What she say?
She said, Lord, not everybody out to get the black man. Laugh out loud. I tend to agree. Shout out to Erica, man. Shout out to Erica.
Shout out to Erica.
Yeah, see, I knew I was gonna get a response, man, from a sister. But no, I feel like, I'm not gonna
tell her to jump on. Tell her to jump on.
Okay. Erica, if you got time, jump on. We got to get your perspective, sis, because he's grilling me about this J6, man. And I'm telling him, I wouldn't have even gone up in there to even have the opportunity to kick my feet up on the goddamn table. I wouldn't even have that opportunity. So I can't fathom that. I can't fathom that because I would even made it. Like I said, you got the grass, you got the entrance, and then you got Nancy Pelosi's desk. I wouldn't even made it past the grass. I can't even. Yeah, so that's why I said you put me on the spot because you're talking about a crazy white boy. No, I'm not gonna do. I don't. I'm not one of these brothers that do everything they do. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Like I said, I could talk shit from my house watching TV all day. But when it come to
Yeah.
down to doing some crazy shit, I know no, anything go down, the police gonna come and they gonna come straight to me. Hell no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when they got cameras everywhere. They got cameras all over DC.
That's why I tell my son. I tell him. I said, certain shit you're not gonna be able to do. Plain and
No,
simple.
no. And you should want to do. Hell, fuck it. You shouldn't want to do it, man. I mean, I have to tell my sons the same thing. It's like, you don't, man, you just, I mean, why would you want to do it?
Yeah. Why would you?
Why would,
Exactly. Why
why,
would you? Why?
right. Why would you want to do it? You know what I'm saying? Especially if it can cost you your freedom. Hell no. Don't,
Hell
man.
no.
It's, I guess,
That's why like right now, like I'm about to be 45 in September. But how old are you gonna be, bro?
oh no, my birthday just passed. I'm 50. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
next April, I'm gonna be 51 next April.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as us being in our age right now, why would you want to do certain shit?
That you know what, and I think, man, us being our age, our greatest pushback is from younger black males. I feel like it's like I feel like we get pushback from younger black males, and then I feel
Yeah,
like, man, I mean, I feel like, oh man, I mean, damn, we about to get deep in this conversation. Let me just say this, man. I think my greatest pushback are from people who be like, don't tell my kids what to do, them types, man. And it's like,
right,
damn,
right, right, right.
you know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, man, where do I start with that, man? I mean, like I said, I think our greatest pushback is gonna be from younger black males, man. And they feel like, I don't know, man, it's a different generation. I can't relate to a lot of them, bro. Because I am 50. So I feel like, um, let me just say this. I was in the smoothie shop just yesterday, right? And
Right.
I guess it might be a generational thing. And there was this Smoothie King down here in Atlanta, a lot of young people work in it. And it was like uh everybody behind the counter had an attitude. And I wasn't even tripping it, but it was a sister next to me. It was a more mature woman, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, she kind of was like, ooh, I don't want to make them upset. They just seem so upset. And I told her, I said, sister, it's a different time. I said, it's a different time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, we kind of had the conversation, but then when she pointed it out, she's like, I try not to make nobody upset because they handling our food. And I was like, damn, she made sense. You know what I'm saying? But
Right, right.
just for her to even feel that way, it just, I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I didn't even look at it that way because, the place was packed. It was a lot going on, man. You could tell it was frustration. Me, I understand that. So, I didn't have nowhere to be. I was off, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling. But you could tell the sister had somewhere to be, man. And she was just like pointing the thing out. And I was like, damn, she right. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I feel like I get a lot of pushback from the younger generation because I don't know, they look at things differently than we do. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because once upon a time we were young and I didn't even
Yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
myself in this position. And I see myself in this position and I'm like, damn.
Well, no, you got your show right now, doing your thing, but it's just I understand where you coming from, bro. Hello?
Yeah. I'm here, E.
Yeah, I understand where you coming from, bro. Yeah.
I mean, E, that's why, man, and that's why I'm glad, man. Shout out to MD, man, Team Arena. I mean, let me just say this, bro. Let me
No,
just say,
because you know what I want to say this. I want to say this to you, bro, and just while we live right now, because I done heard a different shit. And let me, excuse my language. I done heard people come at you, bro, on some different shit, bro.
I
And I'm
know.
like,
Yeah.
damn, where am I gonna be at on this? As far as dealing with Blackson, because that's why I fell back on hollering at y'all on certain shit, bro.
Right.
So
Right.
I'm like, I'm a Chi-Town nigga, bro. Real
Right.
talk. So, but I've been hearing a couple of things, bro. I don't know if you want to deal with it right now or not, but I'm like, damn, is this true or not? You feel me?
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're referring to. Yeah. And shit. Let me just say
Yeah,
this.
I'm just gonna put it out there, bro. Just SVDL, bro. I'm gonna put it out there right now. Is it true or not, bro? Like motherfuckers, they talking about, well, Blackson, he said this, said that. I'm like, well, wait a minute, let me fall back, bro.
Oh, I didn't even watch the response because Yanga called me the other day. So I'm assuming you're talking about, I'm gonna assume you're talking
Yeah,
about the Trevor situation.
yeah,
Because that's the only
exactly.
thing I can think of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, let me say this, brother.
That's why I fell back.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
really gonna be fucking with y'all like that if it's true or not.
Right. Well, what exactly what was said? What was said?
It was just saying just Blackson, they said something about me or this and that. I'm like, God damn. I don't want that shit to be true. You know.
Okay, when you said
I'm just saying they was talking about some shit with old girl and this and that, whoop bop the bam, I'm like, I don't know. I said Blackson, he seemed cool to me.
so, okay, when he say girl, what? Okay, well, I tell you what, type in the private chat a name so I can get it in the context because
I
this
ain't
it
I
be.
ain't gonna say no name. I ain't gonna say no name.
I'm not gonna, yeah.
I'm just saying when they was putting it out there, like well, Blackson said this and that, I'm like, God damn, is it true or not?
First, I got to know what was being said. Like I said, me and Trevor, we didn't see eye to eye on some things, and he said some things on the show that I pointed out that he needs to take accountability for. So, but that's neither here or there. I left SVDL for a whole different reason, but it had nothing to do with Trevor. So I'm that's why when you said SVDL, I thought about is why I left, and then but now we're talking about Trevor. So like those are two different issues.
Yeah. So SVDL, the situation with that, I'm like, I don't understand why you left SVDL. Cause I'm like, them dudes, they
Okay.
cool with me. And Angel
Okay.
and them, they cool, bro.
Right.
I'm
So let me say this. Let me say this for the record. Number one, I still watch SVDL. Okay. I still
okay.
watch. I mean, I like Trevor. I mean, I'm sorry, let me take that back. I like MD. I like KOT. KOT and Scheme are my two favorites. I like Yanga. Of course, I like Rio. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this. Didn't agree with the uh voting. I don't agree with the one judge system. I don't agree with that. And uh I expressed that to Solar, and we just had a disagreement about it. So that's just me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, everybody else who is still agree with it is still part of the league, and that's cool. It's just that I think there needs to be more judges. I don't know if you remember from season 4. Do you remember that season, E?
Yeah, yep,
They had more
yep,
judges, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
And I ain't got nothing against SVDL. I ain't got nothing against Angel or Solar. I just don't agree with the one judge system. I don't agree with that.
Right.
And so we just had a disagreement on the judging system. I mean, it's their league. I can't tell them what to do with their league. I just think there needs to be more judges.
Right.
I think Angel and Solar need to be commissioners, and they need to have like judges that just do judging. You know what I'm saying? And I think it need to be more. I think they need to have at least 3 judges independent of the league. That's
Yeah.
just my take on it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
I mean, I mean, Shit, it could be 3 judges, but I don't know. Get Angel on the phone right now.
I mean, she has access to the dang show. She can, hey, all you gotta do is send a bad signal out, man. Because you know what I'm saying. Again, I ain't got no problem with Angel. I ain't got no problem with
Yeah,
Solar.
yes.
They know.
It just kind of blew me as far as when I was just hearing certain stuff. And then what's the sister from Baltimore? What's her name?
Are you talking about GTO?
Yeah, GTO. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn. I didn't know what was going on.
No. Again, like I said, I left SBDL because again, I don't agree with the judging system. I don't agree with the judging system. I don't. I think that there should be, and I'm gonna say this too. Yeah, I think it just should be outside judges. That's it. I stand on that.
Right, right,
I
right.
stand on that. But yeah, when I go, I won't go in the chat, but yeah, I'll still watch, like I said, certain debaters. Like I said, everybody, the majority of the debaters I like.
But you know what? You know what I will say this
Okay.
is what's Buddy name from the UK?
Oh, that Debele. Yeah, Debele.
Man, he wild as hell, man. Hey,
Man,
look. The ballet, man, that nigga wild as hell, bro. On the
hey,
real, on my mama, bro.
hey, it's funny you say that, E, because he said I was wild, but he came on. I don't know if you came. Were you? I don't know if you saw that show. He came on the
No,
show.
remember we was talking on that night, bro, about I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. That nigga bogus as hell, bro.
What'd he do? Man, I know he's.
No, he was just talking crazy.
Huh?
He was talking crazy as fuck, bro.
Shit, you know what? I'm okay. You gotta fill me in, E, because I
Man,
you know,
buddy was talking crazy as fuck, man. Talking talking all that UK shit. I'm
what?
like, niggas over here, they beat your ass talking that UK shit, bro.
Oh, oh gosh, really, man? You know what? I didn't even see that, bro. That he was even. What show was this? I guess this was like an interview or
This
something.
is about 3-4 weeks ago, bro. Me and you was on the line and we was
Right,
trying to tell him about American history. He didn't
right.
really know that American history, bro.
No, he don't. No. I've been said he don't even know UK history. That's why I said okay. You wanna because me and him we were gonna debate Trump, right? We were gonna debate Trump. In fact, Solar was like, "Look, man, Blackson, I want to get you," and I'm paraphrasing. Don't get mad at me, Solar. I'm paraphrasing. He wanted to get me and Debele in a Trump debate, and he said, "Man, if you win that debate." I ain't gonna even say that. I'm gonna just say this: that he wanted a damn Trump debate, and I was like, "Cool." Only way I'm gonna do the Trump debate because the only reason why I vote for Trump is because of his policies. Debele want to do a damn. You've heard of TMZ, right? TMZ.
Yeah.
He want to do a TMZ debate, and I'm like, dude, no, I don't vote for Trump because of like all this. Like, I look at his policy. And I like Trump's policy, and I stand on Trump, why I vote for Trump's policy. That's why I'm into the politics, because of the policy. And so I confronted Dembele, and I'm like, Dembele wanted to do I'm assuming he wanted to do Trump said grab him by the pussy, and Trump got this and that, and he got, so I'm like, dude, bro, I don't care about all that. I don't care about all that. What is his policy? And so I addressed him on policy, and it seemed like once I got down to policy, and then what I did, I questioned on him on his country's policy. He didn't even know his country policy. He didn't know enough about England. So I was like, wait a minute. If you don't know about England, how are you converting me about Trump and you don't even know about England?
Right.
Like, he still thought Queen Elizabeth was a sovereign. I'm like, yo, she's dead, bro. Hey, y'all got a new sovereign by the name of King Charles III.
Right.
He didn't even know that, and I'm like, wow, dude. Okay, but you want to debate me on Trump policy, and you don't even know who the sovereign is in your country? Like, where they do that at? And so that's how the whole thing shifted. And then he all of a sudden, oh, Black Sun running. No, bro, we're getting an understanding now. He's only been on the show one time. And we had that discussion one time about Trump. So that's why I was like, dude, where the hell is he going with this? But and I felt like there was trying to be a narrative painted and all this, why I like Trump and this and that. I simply say that again, I like Trump policies. I like them $2.12 gallon gas. That's what I like about Trump. So no, I will debate Trump's policies any day. I'm not going to debate no TMZ shit. TMZ shit is not on my level. But I think that's what Dembele wanted. And I'm like, dude, do that with somebody else. Yeah. I'm not the one to do that with, bro, because I'll debate policies. I know my politics. Debating TMZ is not politics. That's some other shit. That's some emotionalism. Just like MD20 and Debele last debate was on some emotional shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? But, I'm going to say this, E. I'm on the sidelines again, just watching the debates. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, bro. But that's why I'm no longer in the league, because I don't like the one judge system.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you, bro.
It's just I can't. No, I need a compare and contrast.
Balance. You need that balance, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, you need
and that's anything I do in life.
I feel where you was coming from, bro. You need that balance, bro.
I gotta have it, bro. I gotta have it, especially you on something like that, man. On life in general, on anything that I do, I need that balance. So especially when hell, you're talking about a person who's been in real life court situations.
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So man. When they tell you, you want a bench trial or a jury, I choose a jury. So again, I just don't put my I don't like the judgment being placed in one person's hands. And they would like to say we don't see eye to eye on that. You know what I'm saying? We may never see eye to eye on that. But as far as Angel and Solar goes on, I don't have no I talk shit when I left, of course, but no, I ain't got no qualms against them. You know what I'm saying?
I just when I was just listening to some of the background talk, it was just like, damn,
I mean, again, it's going to be, anytime there's like a split or a leave, it's going to be tensions there. But I'm here to say now, it ain't no tensions on my end. We just don't agree with the one. I don't agree with the one judge system, and I stand on that. Shout out to SVDL, but I don't agree with that one judge system.
Yeah. All right, so.
I like the system that was in season 4 where they had multiple judges. That's what I like. So even if it was her and then one other judge, I would have room to compare and contrast. If that makes sense.
Yeah, but who else in the chat, bro? Who else in the chat right now?
Let's see. I see Erica. I see you. I think I see MD.
Tell Erica to get on the line. Tell Erica to get on the line so we can talk.
Okay. Let's get Erica. Erica, if you're not busy, jump on. Got the link right there. So yeah, hopefully she'll jump on.
Yeah, tell her to jump on.
Okay. Well, she can hear you, yeah. So, yeah, if she wants to jump on, she can jump on.
Erica, jump on.
But that's where I'm at with that, man. Like I said,
that's why I didn't want to really ask you, online, but I just wanted to, see what your thoughts were.
Oh, okay. So indeed, say he listening. He on the grill right now. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, what are you cooking? No pork from my fork.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what indeed. Hey, all y'all some flesh eaters to me, man. I can't mess with none of that flesh, man. Yeah, I agree with you on that, E. Once upon a time, but yeah, I had to cut it all out, man. I'm 50 years old, bro. I can't do the flesh. That yeah, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, shout out. I'm gonna be watching the debates. Like I said, I look forward to seeing Yanga. I'm looking for. I don't know what kind of topic he gonna have with Trevor, because Trevor he takes them. Trevor's debates are like opinionated. He take opinionated debates. He don't do like research debates. Um, same with Dembele. I like Dembele though. I like Dembele. Uh, Blue. That's now blue and no, I like Blue too. Blue's gonna be facing he's gonna be facing KOT. You know, KOT's nice, bro.
Yeah.
Rio's gonna be facing goddamn Scheme. I like both Scheme and Rio. I like both of them. You know, it's gonna be something else, bro. Like I said, it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, man. You know, MD, we got MD, man. You know, MD's in there. You know, personally, you know what I want to see? I want to see Rio versus MD. That's what I want to see.
Oh, why you say that?
Because they both from Atlanta, man. They both Atlanta. They both in fact, Rio. He been bragging about how he beat everybody in the arena. He ain't beat MD. He didn't beat me. He didn't beat Yanga. So yeah, man. If he beats MD, yeah, then he'll officially beat everybody in the arena. So yeah, but I've been wanting to see that even before MD joined SVDL. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, but yeah, I want to see MD and Rio, because I think politically, I think it's gonna come down to
So where you think I'm at with Nation Mom? Where you think I'm at?
You mean as far as debate or what's going on?
Yeah, as far as debate.
Oh man, I mean shit, I think you can get in there too, man. Remember I told you, man, I think you should go, I think you should join this video. I've been said that, bro.
Why you say that? Why?
I don't know, man. It seemed like you just got, it seemed like just based on the information, your poise and everything, and how you be like, it seemed like you got a lot of research that you just ready to challenge somebody on. That's how, just your energy, brother. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think I can look at a person and can tell that they could be a nice debater. I think you would be a nice debater, bro. And then, you nice with the politics too. You know what I'm saying?
But why do you say that? Why?
I don't know. I mean, because again, your poise. The way you listen, the way you observe things. I can't like sometimes, man, I have the talent of just looking at people, and I can just kind of I mean, so far I've been good so far, even though, look at Trevor, look at them MD. They've been nice. You know what I'm saying? Even though I don't care for Trevor's style, he's nice. I mean, he beat Akasha. You can't sleep on that. Can't sleep on that. Even though I don't really care for his topics, but the topic that him and Akasha did do, he beat her. Can't take that away from Trevor. MD's another one. MD came in there with his first debate, man, and goddamn, he did.
Why do you think that I would be a great debater?
I think because, well, number one, your projection. You have a package about you. You have your voice is stern, and by having that, people, you can grab their attention. That's number one. That when you're debating somebody, you have to be able to project, and your voice kind of just grabs, because you're a father, you got sons, and so when you project a command, people listen. That's just a natural thing that you have. That's number one. So you have that natural projection, and that just comes from being a father. Of course, that's number one. Number two, A person just can't like you said, when you talked about Dembele, a person can't just come to you and goddamn do the 3-card Monty, basically, Eric. Nobody can just do because number one, you've been a Hebrew Israelite, so you know the kind of religious games and spiritual, whatever you want to call it. You know when something ain't right. I ain't gonna talk shit about religion right now, but you know when somebody's pulling a fast one on you, and all those acclimates and elements that you have are what you need in a debate, and you already got that naturally. So I'm saying, yeah, and you're not gonna let somebody come in and do the spooky dookie on you,
Right.
because you're too politically entrenched. You're first of all, you're too politically entrenched in reality. Even though me and you don't agree with the whole Trump thing, you know enough to be like, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? So I think you can shit.
Yeah. And that's real.
Yeah, I just think you got that it factor, man. And you know what I'm saying? I just think you got it. You know what I'm saying? And I like to see you in the league, bro. I like to see you in the league.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, man. I'm sure, next time you see Angel, man, just holler at her, bro. Cause she'll be glad to have you in. I'm sure, for season, because they got a season 6 coming. What up, Deacon? What up? What up? What up? So, why are you thinking about it, or what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it right now.
Yeah, I think you should join, bro. I think you should, man. I think you got it what it takes, bro. Just represent Team Arena. That's all I'm saying. Just represent Team Arena. Yeah, man. I'm trying to build an army, man. Go up in there and goddamn MD. MD got a Rookie of the Year.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he sure did.
Damn.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I said, Deacon. I said E-Biz was knowledgeable. I said that. So,
Who is that? Somebody said something?
Yeah, Deacon. Yeah, Deacon's in the chat. You can't see the chat?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, yeah, Deacon's in the chat, man. He said E-Biz is knowledgeable. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I definitely agree. So, yeah, man, I think, I don't know when the next, I don't know when the next stream is, but next time, I would contact Angel and see about getting you in the league. Yeah, most definitely.
Right, so.
Or Solar, yeah. And like I said, I talk a lot of shit, but I ain't got no qualms with them. I ain't got no beefs with them. Like I said, I don't agree with they one judge system, but yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, MD, yeah, that's true. He said we definitely need more political debaters. Agreed. That's what's going to make this video great is the political, not come away from that Bible stuff, bro. Because we already got too many Bible leaks. We got
because you already know from my background is from the Hebrew Israelite background.
Right. Absolutely. But Sinetta got that locked down though.
Yeah, but my thing is that's what I'm telling y'all right now. And being in Chirac, that's what my history is. You feel me?
No, I feel you on that. So what you saying? Okay? I feel you on that. I mean, shit,
Yeah, that's what my history was. With GMS and all that shit.
Right. Well, MD was a Hebrew Israelite too.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, he was a Hebrew Israelite. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, that's But again, I mean, you look at Yanga. Yanga is a Muslim, but he talked that politics. You know what I'm saying? MD, I mean, Rio's a damn minister, but he got look at goddamn KLT. Shit, smoked me in that goddamn brink of that last debate, dude. Yeah, I said, damn, he used all my talking points. I was like, damn, shit. you know. So yeah, man, but I think that's what's gonna that's what set it apart because like I said, Sonetter, shout out Sonetter, but it's a Bible religious, Bible, Kemet, Egypt,
I
Torah. That's what
want to ask you this as far as like Kemet, man. What you think about the Kemet shit, bro?
man, Kemet ain't nothing but goddamn Christianity, bro.
Exactly.
Ain't nothing but Christianity. You know.
Okay.
Now, Uncle disagreed with me on that, but that's what it is. It's another form of Christianity. It's a more ancient form of Christianity, but it's still Christianity at the end of the day.
Yeah, real talk.
So you can't be part of Kemet and not Christianity because they're all one and the same. It's the same. It's the same Abrahamic concept.
Yeah.
So that's my take on that. That's why I don't kind of shy away from those type of debates because it's all the same, man. Me personally, look at all my gray hairs, man. I don't heard every religious debate there is, and that's why I don't particularly care for it. I can understand there's a newer generation like solar, like I don't know, like Inky, like the Lions Den, like J 2000 or 60, whatever his name. I apologize if I butcher his name. These guys are new. These guys are new to YouTube, and they weren't here during the SETIs, during the Khalid Abdul Muhammad. They weren't here during that time.
Yeah.
They weren't here when goddamn General Yohannan and well, hell, Tazariot wasn't even on the scene yet. It was General Yohannan and some other generals on the goddamn street corner. Yeah, I remember those days. You know what I'm saying?
You remember that, bro?
Hell yeah, I remember that, bro.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember them days. Yeah, that's the era I come from. I remember all that. I remember when damn SETI first came on the scene. I remember that. I remember SETI before House of Consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember all that, man. So yeah, again, but I understand each generation has to be exposed to Deacon said those were the days, man. Shout out to Deacon. Yeah, man, it's different generations, and so now what's happening is that yeah, man, I'm seeing a recycle of when I came on YouTube. You know what I'm saying, and that's why me, I like the politics. It opened up a whole new paradigm. Now I will say this: today's debates are boring as hell. I agree, Deacon. That's what we're talking about now, man. And
tell Erica to get on here. Tell Erica to get on.
Okay. Erica, if you still there, jump on. Let me put the link down. Yeah, I think she's being shy today. Okay, I put a damn link. I keep putting the link in. Yeah, she can hear the show. So, but yeah, man, I think you should join, bro. I think you should join, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely support, I can't come in the chat and support, but I'll definitely, be in the clouds and support,
Sure.
Yeah. Blackson in the post debaters brought charisma. Oh, appreciate that, Deacon, man. Hey, appreciate that, man. Yeah, man, like I said, I like the lineup of debaters in the playoffs. Like I said, I like Rio, I like Scheme, shit. So yeah, man, I like the debaters, man. MD, of course, But again, and I like Dembele, man. I like Dembele, man. Dembele, he's a little fanatical. He's a little. He got a little zealotry going there, but as a dude, yeah, he's a cool dude. He be wilding on that Islam, But yeah, it's a little, he's wilding on the Islam, but yeah, as far as just a regular person, he seems, like a cool person, but yeah, he can get kind of wild, but yeah. But yeah, man, but like I said, yeah, man, whatever I shared, it don't change, how like I said, I still like the league. I just, I need more judges. That's all. Blackson needs more judges, So yeah, that's it. And that's why I had to say, no, I can't keep doing this because You know, I need to compare and contrast. Like I said, that's everything in life. That's everything in life. So, you know, maybe they were brought up different. You know, maybe having a one rule. You know, but that I think, but a lot of religions do that. They have one person in charge, and that's the way they do things in life with other things. And I don't operate like that. You know, I like to operate with a council, and I like to compare and contrast. So yeah, that's just how I operate. You know, that's why I like having multiple shows in the arena, not just Black Sun, but MD and GTO. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but shout out, yeah, to those people. But yeah, I think definitely you should join, bro. I think you should. Like I said, Inyami's back in. I like Inyami too, but he's not. I guess he's not gonna be debating until season 6 because he came in late. But yeah, when you can get Inyami on the political debate, he's nice. He's really nice. Is he very knowledgeable on a lot of things that went down during the Rick Ross era, during the crack era, he knows he knows a little bit of politics when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? Either.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
good?
Oh no, man. I'm just just shooting the shit now. Just shooting the shit, brother. But shit, man. Hey, man, I'm getting hungry though, man. Shit.
All right, yeah, bro. Hey, I get back with you then, bro.
Hey, man, we be on. Join us on goddamn Tuesday, man, and goddamn yeah, because we got some shit. Yeah, we got some shit coming, man. On Biden. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, man.
All right, man. I get back with y'all, man.
All righty. Peace. All right, man. Shout out to Deacon. Shout out to MD. Of course, shout out to E. Shout out to Erica. Shout out, Erica. Shout out. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that's gonna watch the show later. Shout out to MD, man. I hope them are vegan burgers you're grilling on that grill. No, I'm joking, man. All right, man. With that being said, man, we out, y'all. Peace.